Good morning, students. As we were studying chapter number 3 of our chemistry, and the last topic was discussed was ionization enthalpy. So, with regards to that, we will discuss that thing with the help of the periodic table. So, as we know that the ionization enthalpy is the energy required to remove an electron from its isolated gaseous atom. So, isolated gaseous atom means that when the atom is in its ground state. Okay, so the energy which we require to remove an electron, because removing an electron is not an easy job, so obviously we have to give some energy. So that energy or that heat required to remove the electron from its outermost shell is called as the ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. Okay, so there are some trends like ionization enthalpy increases when we move from left to right in the group. That means that when we move from left to right, we will have to we will have to apply more energy to these electrons, to these atoms, so that the electron may be removed. So because when we move from left to right across the period, the atomic number increases, and when the atomic number increases, it also increases the positive charge in the nucleus. So when the positive charge in the nucleus increases, that means the nucleus will be more powerful and it will have more charge, so it will attract the electron more powerfully, and hence we have to acquire more, we have to apply more energy, more ionization energy to release the electron from the outermost shell. But when we move down the group, then the number of shells will increase, and when the number of shells will increase, it will also increase the distance from the nucleus to the shell, and when the electron will be away from the nucleus will not be able to hold that electron properly, and thus the ionization energy decreases. But now we have some exceptions here also. Is I've told you that exception is of beryllium and boron. So here we see here, this is the beryllium with atomic number 4, and here is the boron with atomic number 5. Okay, so like we have just read that when we move from left to right across the period, the ionization enthalpy increases. But here is an exception, that beryllium and boron. So the ionization enthalpy of beryllium is more than the ionization enthalpy of boron. But as I've said, that ionization enthalpy will increase when we move across the period, but it's an exception that beryllium has more ionization enthalpy and boron has a lesser ionization enthalpy. So the reason lies here, like we know that the atomic number of beryllium is 4 and atomic number of boron is 5. Okay, so according to this beryllium will be having the electronic configuration of 1s2 and 2s2. Okay, so there will be 2 electrons in its s orbital, and for boron it will be 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1. So it will be having 1 electron in its outermost shell. Now if we see the structure of this configuration, it would be like this this beryllium will be having, like, this is the nucleus, so plus 4 charge, and this is the first shell and this is the second shell. So in the first shell it is having 2 electrons, and in the second shell it's having 2 electrons. That means 1s2 and 2s2. Okay, and here for this boron it's 5 charge, and the first shell is this, and the second shell is this, having 2 electrons, and the third shell again will be having 1 electron, having the configuration of 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1. Now we know what happens is that when the electron will be removed from this, it will be difficult because the nucleus has more affinity to the s orbital, and here we also see that it's p orbital. Okay, so it will be more difficult for us to remove the electron from this s orbital, but it is easier for us to remove an electron from this p subshell or p orbital. Okay, so what happens, since the nucleus will be having affinity to this s orbital, so the electron will be easily removed from this. So that's why the ionization enthalpy for this boron will be lesser than we compare to the beryllium. So that's why when we move from left to right in a group, the ionization enthalpy increases. But in the case of beryllium and boron, beryllium has the more ionization enthalpy because it's difficult to remove 1 electron from its outermost shell, and the ionization enthalpy of boron is lesser. Okay, so this is an exception. So one more exception is there for the nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, so in the case of this nitrogen and oxygen, what happens that nitrogen has atomic number 7 and oxygen has atomic number 8. Okay, so according to this, the electronic configuration of nitrogen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Okay, so electronic configuration of nitrogen is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. Okay, and the electronic configuration of oxygen is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. Okay, so because the atomic number of nitrogen is 7 and it's 8. Okay, so if we fill the orbitals in these shells, so it would be like 3 are the maximum number, so it would be like this for nitrogen. Okay, electrons in this outermost shell, and for the oxygen it will be like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, since we know that it is easier to remove an electron which are already already having repulsion, so these are the electrons which are of opposite spin, so the electron repulsion will be there, electron repulsion. So because of this electron repulsion, it is easier to remove the electron from this orbital, from this subshell. Now because it's easier to remove, so it will be having a low ionization enthalpy, and we just have learned that the ionization enthalpy will increase when we move across the period, but here again nitrogen is having more ionization enthalpy as compared to the oxygen. Okay, so these are the exceptions. Now after this, we were doing the topic of the factors which are affecting the ionization enthalpy. So we already discussed them, that they were the factors governing the ionization enthalpy. So this was also discussed, but I want to explain you with the help of this table. So now the number one factor is the size of the atom. Okay, so as we know that when we move down the group like this, the size of the atom increases. Okay, why the size of the atom increases? Because when we move from down the group, the number of shells increases. Okay, so because of the increase in the number of shells, the size of the atom will increase. So because the size of the atom will increase, so here is the atom. Okay, so this is the nucleus and these are the shells. So when the shells are increasing, so we see that the distance from the nucleus to the last shell is also increasing. So when the electron will enter the last shell or last orbital, what will happen? It will have more distance from the nucleus. It will be easier for us to remove electron from the last shell, which is very far away. So because the positive charge of the nucleus will not be able to hold this electron properly. Okay, so that's why the size increase in the size will decrease the ionization enthalpy, because then we have to apply less energy to remove the electron. Okay, so then the charge on the nucleus. So now when we move from left to right in the group, what happens is charge in the nucleus increases as the atomic number increases from moving from left to right to the group. Okay, so the charge is increasing. Because of that, the nuclear charge is also increasing, because the atomic number is increasing, which is the number of protons are increasing. So when the number of protons are increasing, that's why the nucleus charge is increasing, and then it will be able to hold the electrons more tightly. That's why the charge increases, because that's why the increase in the ionization enthalpy because of the nuclear charge increase. Okay, then the next factor is the electronic arrangement. Okay, so when we know that there is an electronic arrangement, so because the electrons are arranged in order, and that is the very important thing in the periodic table. So there is a decrease in the ionization energy for the exception, like for the beryllium and boron, and also the nitrogen and oxygen, because of the electronic arrangement. So because as there is a set rule that the ionization enthalpy will increase moving across the period and it will decrease down the group, but there are exceptions like beryllium and boron and for nitrogen and oxygen because of the electronic arrangement. Okay, so after this we move to the next factor which also affects the ionization enthalpy is the screening effect of the electron. So in the screening effect of the inner electron, what happens, like it's an example of it's a structure of an atom. So what happens when an atom is multi-electron, so when an atom has many electrons, so the outermost electron, which is this one, it's shielded by the nucleus with who will shield this nucleus and towards this electron. These electrons will shield. So since these electrons will act as a barrier to this electron, and they would allow the nuclear charge to pass through this. So when the nuclear charge will not be able to pass to this electron, so there will be no repulsion attraction. So this nucleus will not be able to hold this electron properly, and these electron will shield, or they will create a barrier to this electron. Okay, so that's why this electron will not feel the full charge of this nucleus, and when they will not feel the full charge of this nucleus, that's because of that reason this electron will be easily removed from the shell, and therefore the effective nuclear charge is it is not able to hold this electron properly. And now this is also termed as a nuclear charge. So the additional charge felt by electron is termed as the effective nuclear charge, and the effective nuclear charge is termed as Z effective, or we can also denote it by Z effect. Okay, so what is the Z effect? So this Z effect is the total nuclear charge, which is Z, minus screening constant. Okay, so this is this. So that's why the other factor which increases in the number of the inner electron tends to decrease the ionization enthalpy. Okay, so that's why when the electron will be shielded, so that will also increases the ionization enthalpy. Okay. We move to the next topic, which is electron gain enthalpy. So in this electron gain enthalpy, what is this? Electron gain enthalpy. Okay, so what is electron gain enthalpy? So we know that we require energy to remove an electron. Okay, so from any atom, if you want to remove an electron, we have to give the energy. So same energy is released when an electron is added to a neutral atom. So this is called as the electron gain enthalpy. So the energy released when an electron is added to an isolated gaseous atom is called as the electron gain enthalpy, and this enthalpy could be exothermic also, and it could be endothermic also. Okay, and we denote it with the kilojoule per mole. This is the unit, okay, into which it is expressed. Okay, so electron gain enthalpy may be enthalpy change when an electron is added to an isolated gaseous atom. So because electron gain process may be exothermic, or it could be endothermic. Okay, so for many elements, there are many elements, we know that. Okay, so for the many elements, the energy is released when an electron is added to an atom. So that is called as the negative ionization electron gain enthalpy. Okay, so I am writing the short abbreviation of this. So like for example, group number 17. Group number 17 is there halogens. So these halogens, they just need one electron because they have the configuration. So in the outermost shell, they have 2p5. Okay, so they have 5 electron in their subshells. Okay, for all the halogens, for group 17 elements. Okay, so when they want one electron is missing, so they will readily accept one electron. They just want one electron. So as soon as they get the one electron, they will release a lot of energy, and then they will become stable. So for these elements, the ionization gain the electron gain enthalpy would be negative. Okay, on the other hand, the noble gases, group number 18. So group 18 elements, what they will do, they don't need any electron because they already have their valence shell full. So they don't need any electron, so they don't have any tendency to accept the electron. So when we'll ask them, okay, take one electron, so when they will gain an electron, so they will enter the next higher principle of the quantum number. Like for these noble gases, for example, they will also for example, this is helium. Okay, so this is helium. It has for the first shell, okay, S shell. So now they have 2s2. Okay, the first orbital of S have 2 electron maximum, and they are filled, but they need to have 1 electron, and we are giving 1 electron. So for 2 arranged electron, they have to create 1 more shell, and since they will create 1 more shell, so then they will not be stable, they will be highly unstable. So that means then they will be having a positive electron gain enthalpy. Okay, and it will lead to the unstable atom. So after this we study about the factors on which electron gain enthalpy depends. Okay, so the factors in which the electron gain enthalpy depends. So these are the nuclear charge. Okay, so the electron gain enthalpy becomes more negative as the nuclear charge increases. So suppose this is an atom, okay, and this is having positive charge of 1. So the electron gain enthalpy becomes more negative as the nuclear charge increases. So when we move left to right across the period, so then the nuclear charge will start increasing. It will become 2, or it will become like if you take about 11, or it will be 13. So the nuclear charge increases, and because of that it increases the a greater attraction to the incoming electrons. So the electron will be more welcomed, and it will the nuclear charge is high, so that's why it will become more negative. So it will release more energy, and the more the energy is released, the more negative the value becomes. Okay, so next is the size of the atom. Okay, so when this increase the size of the atom, so the distance between the nucleus, if the size of the electron becomes of the atom becomes very large, so this is the nucleus, and the incoming electron, so it is the electron which is coming, and this distance will become more, so it will result as a lesser attraction. So when the attraction will be lesser, so it will naturally the electron gain enthalpy will become less negative. Okay, so when the nuclear charge increases, it becomes more negative. Okay, so nuclear charge increases and it will become more negative. Okay, and when the size of an atom increases, it will become less negative. So the next is electronic configuration. Okay, so the elements which have the stable electronic configuration or half filled or completely filled valence shells show a small tendency to accept the additional electron. So they will not add any electron, and thus these ionization enthalpy gain enthalpy becomes less negative. Because as we compare, for example, these neon or helium or argon, so they all have completely filled shell. Okay, so for these they all have their p shells completely filled. Okay, they all have 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So then they will not need any electrons. So that's why they will have a less negative ionization enthalpy. So this ionization enthalpy, you have to make sure that, okay, so the more energy the atom will release, the more negative will be the ionization enthalpy, this electron gain enthalpy value is, and the less energy the atom will release, so the lesser will be the electron gain enthalpy, lesser negative will be. Okay, so if we see this with the help of this table, we will know that, so here for example, this group number 17 here. Okay, so here the size of the atom will increase, so then they will be the electron gain enthalpy will be less negative. Okay, so when we move down the group, so variations are that when we move down the group, what happens, the electron gain enthalpy becomes less negative. Okay, and when we move across the period like this, so the electron gain enthalpy becomes more negative. But if we talk about this group number 18, so this group number 18 will be having a less negative ionization enthalpy. So that means on moving down the group, when we move from top to bottom, the size of the nuclear charge increases. Okay, so the nuclear charge will also increase, but the effect of the increase in the atomic size is much more pronounced. Okay, so like there are two factors here, the size is also increasing and the nuclear charge will be increasing. But what will happen when the size will be increasing, so they will be having a less electron gain enthalpy, negative value will be less negative. Okay, but here when we move here from left to right, the electron gain enthalpy will become more negative, and for this last group it will become less negative. Okay, so So the variation across the period is when we move the from left to right, the size of the atom decreases. Okay, because why the nuclear size is decreasing? Because the number of electrons are increasing, so the nuclear charge is also increasing, so that's why it will hold it more tightly and the size will decrease. So here, as the size is decreasing, okay, one factor is working and also the nuclear charge is increasing, so that is why the electron gain enthalpy becomes more negative. But for the case of these group, so for these group the electron gain enthalpy will be less negative.